So upon completion of this will make it the largest refinery in the world ever. That is surpassing the Jamnagar Reliance Refinery in India.
The Dangote Group recently announced plans to more than double the capacity of its crude oil refinery, positioning it as the largest refinery in the world upon completion. Here are the key facts based on the most recent news. Dangote Petroleum Refinery will expand its processing capacity from 650,000 barrels per day to 1.4 billion barrels per day. That's a lot, isn't it? When completed, this will surpass India's Jamnagar refinery, making it the largest refinery globally. The expansion project is scheduled to take approximately 3 years, leveraging existing infrastructure such as the port and land to accelerate timelines. Yeah, I mean, in most cases, that 3 years, possibly going to be more than 3 years for a project of this magnitude. But yeah, so the fact is that, this has been announced that is going to be built. About 650,000 jobs will be generated during the construction phase, with over 85,000, over 85% of the workforce being Nigeria. So, and this is part of obviously the economic and industrial impact. So the refinery's power generation capacity will also be doubled from 500 megawatts to 1,000 megawatts. And let's just talk about this a little bit. I mean, when we are talking about a refinery or a project of this size, or a site that consume huge power, so they tend to just have their own power station on their own. So the existing power station that they use 500 megawatts, and that's a lot as well, and increasing the power they will be generating as well to 1,000 megawatts. That is massive. So what about the technological and environmental upgrades that will happen? So the refinery will upgrade production standard from Euro V to Euro 6, Euro 5 or to Euro 6. I mean, this is the area that I'm not really that familiar with. So in terms of fuel specification, so obviously, so they're having some upgrade on that, so meeting the highest environmental benchmark. So propane production will increase from 900,000 metric tons to 2.4 million metric tons per year, enabling higher output of key petrochemicals like lithium and benzene, crucial for detergent manufacturing and expanding base oil production. And this is something that is worth mentioning as well, because when we're talking about crude oil refinery, it's not just only petrol or diesel they are bringing out. A crude oil definitely have a lot of other products that come out of them, and this is what Nigeria has been missing or losing really by exporting a crude oil abroad for refining. So the expansion will ensure energy self-efficiency and facilitate continuous operations by replicating a new processing line, allowing part of the refinery to operate during maintenance shutdown. So what about some of this in terms of finance? Because you'll be thinking, where is money going to come from? Because this sort of project we require a lot of money. So where is the money going to come from? The project will be financed by a mix of internal cash flow, so that's the money from Dangote Group, public listing. So this is Dangote Group is possibly planning to go public with this as well, which means the Nigerians will be able to own a piece of Dangote crude oil refinery. So where are you going to be buying some share if it comes out? Yeah, and then of course strategic investment partners. Who are these strategic investment partners? These are your NNPC and Afrimex Bank. These are part of some of the strategic so like an investment partner that will be putting money in it as well. So the refinery is expected to be listed on the Nigeria exchange, so it's possibly going to be listed on and this will be in 2026. This will be one of the biggest listing when if it goes on the Nigeria stock exchange, because a lot of Nigerians will definitely be interested in that. The expansion aligns with Nigeria's strategy to become a major petroleum product exporter in Africa and globally, especially given rising fuel demand in West Africa, West and East Africa. So, commitment to local development. Dangote emphasizes ongoing investment in skills development and technology transfer to Nigerians, along with a strong focus on safety and sustainability throughout the project. The expansion reflects confidence in the Nigerian economy and a broader vision for energy independence in Africa. So this definitely is something really a good news for Nigeria, in terms of, if you're having this as a really big good news that's coming from Nigeria, is going to mean that outside investor will be having confidence in Nigeria in terms of thinking about investing in Nigeria. And when we're looking at it as well, is this going to have some challenges or not? There will be some challenges. Some of the challenges definitely will be the feedstock, because we're having this biggest crude oil refinery in the world. All right, so where are you going to be getting the crude from? Because you need crude to be able to use it feedstock, they call it something like that. So you need crude to be able to refine anything anyway. So where do you get it? Nigeria possibly maybe might not be producing enough crude. Nigeria definitely will then have to expand the production of crude to be able to help Dangote, and then of course that means all the places where Nigeria export crude to, currently that means some of the crude that they export will possibly reduce. What impact is that going to have? Are there going to be some sabotage in some other crude oil refinery outside Nigeria that might be maybe shut down because they are not building crude anymore from Nigeria? Nigeria definitely have huge capacity for crude. It's just about how they can strategically maybe increase that. And I will actually be thinking Dangote Group itself, maybe it possibly need a crude oil, sort of like an oil rig. Yeah, so do they have oil rig or oil well? Because that's the right technical term. Does Dangote have oil well already? I don't know. If anybody knows, please leave a comment and share it, if you know. So so I think that will be one of the major challenges. And this is definitely supposed to be a big sort of like a benefit for Nigeria, in terms of Nigeria should no longer have a shortage of fuel. There should no longer be queue at the petrol station when this is built. And of course, this is all about business. You're not going to expecting Dangote to only be all of the petrol or product that is being produced there. You're not really going to be expecting that Dangote is only selling all of it in Nigeria. You're expecting that he's possibly going to be exporting some of it. And this is business, and it's not going to mean that oil prices, petrol prices just definitely going to crash and go down. No, not really, because this is our business, and some of this money that will be invested in this, don't forget, they are not going to be only Nigerian money. It will be a combination, so which a lot of the money will be coming from outside Nigeria, whereby these are business and they want to get their money back. So but obviously, in the general terms, this is a significant milestone in Nigeria industrialization, and petrochemical sector is huge, and we have direct impact on employment, regional export, and reduced dependency on imported refined petroleum products. Whatever your thoughts is regarding this video, please do feel free to share in the comment box below. And thanks for watching, and God bless.